Welcome back to B for Crypto, and yes, we saw this dump for Bitcoin, but will it continue towards the downside and maybe even reach the price target of the CME gap? Guys, we're going to find out all of that. But guys, at the moment it's quite bullish that Bitcoin bounced off perfectly from this downward sloping trend. So could this be the reversal that we're going to see a higher price movement from these regions and maybe even come all the way back up to our price target of our trade? Because yes, we are still in this long trade with a price target of round about 25,000 US dollars. So guys, we're going to find out what is going to happen in the immediate short term. But guys, we're also going to look at some very important data for Bitcoin, and we're going to compare the previous cycles with this cycle. So guys, if you want to find out more, and guys, make sure to watch the video until the end, because I'm going to make a prediction which price levels we're going to reach by the end of the year. So guys, make sure to watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly, activate the bell so that you always get notified when I upload a new video. And by the way, I'm also going to upload a video which altcoins you should hold in your portfolio so that you're going to be the next crypto millionaire. So guys, make sure to follow me and let's directly start on the daily chart for Bitcoin. And yes guys, we saw this dump towards the downside, but now the question is, are we going to dump down even lower? First of all, the first bullish thing that we can see that yes, we bounced off perfectly from this downward sloping trend. But let's zoom out a little bit and let's find out more about this area where we saw this bounce. We're going to draw this support line and also this resistance line that we can see all the way back in these levels, and we're going to place the support and resistance line exactly at this wick. And guys, you can see that this was previous support where we saw that the price of Bitcoin bounced off exactly from these levels, and here you can see yes, we got some resistance exactly at this horizontal resistance line. So guys, at the moment the price movement of Bitcoin is holding this level. And why? Because we could see that Bitcoin bounced off from these levels. So guys, could this be the indication that we got enough support in these regions so that Bitcoin can continue its move even higher? Because yes, we also could see this consolidation round about the 21,000 US dollar level, and this consolidation gives us the signal that Bitcoin is strong. Otherwise, if this would be a fake out, we could have seen that the price of Bitcoin would directly come back down to these levels. But yes, Bitcoin is holding strong. But guys, this could be our ultimate signal that yes, maybe we're going to see one last push all the way to the levels of 25,000 US dollars. But guys, first of all, let's go on the 4-hour chart to find out what is our trade doing. On the 4-hour chart for Bitcoin, we can see yes, this was our entry from our long trade. But guys, I updated you in the Telegram group yesterday that I expect that we're going to see this dump all the way down to this trend line and that we are going to form this W. And exactly that happened. Yes, we saw this wick all the way to the levels of 22,200 US dollars. But guys, you can see that the wick closed above this trend line, like I told you in my Telegram group. And if you don't want to miss all of these updates, make sure to be in my free Telegram group. And if you want to trade these moves, make sure to sign up with BITGET, where you receive a major deposit bonus of 5,000 US dollars. But guys, as you can see, yes, we're going to remove this drawing now, and you can see that yes, we bounced off perfectly from this level where we had this wick all the way down to this very important trend line. This trend line that gives us the signal that yes, the trend has turned around for Bitcoin, and that's why it's so important that we have to hold this level. Otherwise, I could expect that we're going to come all the way back down to our CME gap, round about the levels of 20,000 US dollars. Guys, first of all, at the moment it looks quite bearish for Bitcoin. But guys, if we go back, we can see that yes, it also looked quite scary in these regions and everybody was shorting the market. And yes, we got this major pump towards the upside, liquidating all of these short positions. And at the moment, I think that we're going to see the same scenario. And that's why we also adjusted our stop loss all the way in these regions. Because yes, if we're going to break this downward sloping trend line, I could expect that yes, we're going to break this 100 moving average on the 4-hour chart and come all the way back down. And if we're going to see this scenario, we will take this short position if we're going to see the retest of this breakdown. But guys, first of all, I think that we're going to see this bullish move, because yes, a lot of people will short the market exactly now, but we're going to take this chance that we're going to come all the way up to the levels of 25,000 US dollars, and that our stop loss will be safe in these regions. And guys, and why I think that we're going to see this push even higher, I'm going to show you exactly now. So over on CoinStats, we can see that the total crypto market cap is again over 1 trillion US dollars, and that is quite bullish. And guys, this reminds me, make sure to watch the next video that is going to be uploaded about which altcoin you should hold to be the next crypto millionaire. And guys, we're going to see an altcoin season very soon, because if the Bitcoin dominance is going to drop, we will see that all this money will flow into the altcoins, and that we're going to see a major altcoin season. But guys, first of all, we can see that the fear and greed index is at 51, and that is quite bullish, because last time when we saw that the fear and greed index went up, we could see that the price movement of Bitcoin also went up. But guys, first of all, we're going to look at one very important chart, and yes, we're going to go over to Glassnode. And yes, on this chart you can see the price movement of Bitcoin in black, and then you can see the long-term holding realized price and the realized price and the short-term holders realized price. And you can see the recent surge in price action has broken through all three realized prices, and that is quite bullish. But let's go over what happened the last time when we saw that this happened. The current breakout in the price action is recording initial similarities to the April 2019 rally. So guys, exactly over here you can see that the price looks similar to what we saw in the year 2019, and we could see that the price was over all three realized prices, and afterwards we had this massive pump towards the upside, reaching higher levels. But guys, we're going to go on the charts and we're going to find out, are we going to reach these levels again, and which price targets could we reach? So over on the logarithmic chart for Bitcoin, we're going to first look at the year 2019, where we could see that yes, we went over the realized price, and this was exactly in these levels. And yes, like I told you in my previous videos, we have a lot of similarity from the 2019 dump and also the dump that we are in at the moment, because the price movement looks quite similar. And we can also see that we bounced off from the same level, this 5-year trend line of Bitcoin. But guys, first of all, let's find out what we can see in the year 2019. So we had this push towards the upside, and this was exactly the area where we went over the three realized prices that we saw on the CoinGlass chart. But guys, now we're going to take the same movement that we saw in these regions all the way from this bounce that we had before we went into this parabolic run, all the way towards the upside, and then we're going to drag it all the way to our price movement at the moment, where we had this last push towards the upside. And if we're going to take it exactly like this, we could see a price movement for Bitcoin of 49,000 US dollar for Bitcoin before the halvening, and then we could see a pullback into these regions and then start with this parabolic run towards the halvening, and then we're going to see the new all-time high in the year 2024 or even 25. But guys, now I'm going to show you my prediction why I think that this price target would be a realistic price target for Bitcoin, and why I'm going to show you exactly now. Because if we're going to take the fixed range volume profile and we're going to drag it from this high all the way to the bottom. So guys, we can see that our point of control is round about the levels of 21,000 US dollars. But guys, now comes the very interesting part. So now we're going to draw another volume profile from the top all the way to this bottom. And now we can see, yes, our point of control is exactly the level of 50,000 US dollars after we have dumped from the all-time high to these levels. So guys, in this range, this is going to be our next point of control, where there's going to be a lot of interest and maybe also a lot of sellers in these areas that are going to dump the price of Bitcoin exactly in these levels. So we could expect that in the year 2023, we could see this major run up towards these levels. And then we're going to see this correction and going to prepare before the next halvening and start with a parabolic run towards the next halvening. And this, guys, is the best opportunity to dollar cost average into Bitcoin exactly now, guys. Because guys, if we're going to take a measured move from the price movement where we are at the moment all the way to these levels, we could see a pump of 110%. And guys, if we're going to take this investment all the way to these levels, we could sell it exactly at this high and re-enter our positions in these areas, because guys, then we would maximize our Bitcoin holdings. And why do I think that we're going to see this positive move? Guys, if we're going to go over, so over on the rational route, yes, we can see we are 32% away from the halvening. And what happens at the halvening? Yes, we are seeing this parabolic run towards the upside. But guys, before the halvening, we also see this bullish move towards the halvening. Like we saw it last time, when we reached a point of 68%, we can see that the price movement went all the way up. And this was also in the year 2019, where we saw that Bitcoin break all the way up to this point of control that we had round about these levels. So guys, are we going to see the next run up? Yes, we're going to see a mass adoption of Bitcoin. And why? We're going to look at this next post over on Twitter. Breaking: the Bitcoin network processed more transaction value than Visa and MasterCard last year. Yes, that is very bullish for Bitcoin adoption. MasterCard processed 7.7 trillion US dollars, Visa 14.1 trillion, and Bitcoin staggering 42 trillion US dollars in transaction. So yes guys, this is quite bullish for Bitcoin, and yes, I think that we're going to reach the price target of 50,000 US dollars by the end of the year, and that we are then going to see a small correction and then this bullish move and the parabolic run after the Bitcoin halving. So guys, it is very important that you have to dollar cost average into Bitcoin. And guys, if you want to buy crypto on the spot market or trade it on the leverage market, make sure to sign up with my BITGET link, where you receive a major deposit bonus of 5,000 US dollars. And make sure to be for crypto, and we see each other in the next video.